Alright. What's up, everybody? Ghost Girl 007 here, and today's video is going to be a Haunted Reads. Today's episode is Haunted Reads episode 16, and we're on chapter 9. Chapter 9 is called Reno Crackheads. A walk in the park goes bad. So right now we're reading I Am Haunted, Living the Life Through the Dead by Zach Bagans. And we're on episode 16, chapter 9, page 80. Okay, we skipped a little bit of stuff because I'm pretty sure I did the one chapter already in the past. I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure I did it because I was reading it and it sounded way too familiar. Lockdown day is supposed to be my day to get right with the world, but the world has no obligations to cooperate, and sometimes things go very wrong. Now that you know what we do on lockdown day, let me tell you a story of one that got a little out of control. We were filming at the Mustang Ranch outside of Reno, Nevada. I had a few hours to kill before heading over to the site, so I took some time to get away from everyone and relax. We were staying at a hotel in downtown Reno, a casino, I think. I didn't venture out much because I honestly not a big fan of Reno. I love Lake Tahoe and Virginia City, but Reno has really gone downhill. My experiences there have not been good, and this trip didn't boost its standing on the best places to visit list. The hotel was close to the Truckee River, which runs through the center of town, so I finished a workout, strapped on my headphones, and went for a walk. Everything was peaceful, and I even posted on Vine how good I was feeling when fate slapped me in the face. I was walking along an elevated sidewalk near a wooded area when three people, a woman, a medium-sized guy, and a very dirty Andre the Freak Giant, stumbled out of the woods. I knew immediately that something wasn't right. Their mannerisms were off. Their eyes were bugged out, and they looked all around in paranoid fashion. They spoke in gibberish and had trouble walking in a straight line, so I kept my eyes on them. I always am wary of unpredictable people. We all joke about people who act weird in public and say things like, "That dude is on drugs." But these three were poster children for public intoxication. But I laughed a little too. I thought to myself, check it out, crackheads coming out of the woods, ha 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 ha. The joke faded when Andre the Giant started towards me and said, What the F is up with you? You got the F word problem?" And all I wanted to do was take a walk. I took my headphones out, and he repeated himself. I said, "What the word is wrong with you? You got a problem, dude?" Everyone faces a confrontation at some point in life and is forced to make a decision. In a split second, you have to weigh the risks and rewards of each course of action and choose one. Swing first, tackle him, tickle him, call the cops, walk away, run away, confuse him with logic. So many options. But in the end, there are really only two. Fight or flight. You either stand your ground and fight or turn and walk away. To me, a street fight depends on a lot of variables. You can't just say that you'll never back down or walk away. Every situation is different. This guy clearly wanted to throw soup bones, and even though his two friends were urging him to move along, I was inclined to oblige. I don't take lightly to people messing with me or starting a fight for no reason. I'm a little hot-headed. Maybe I should have walked away, but the part of me that hates bullying reacted, and since I had just finished a workout, my testosterone was through the roof. So looking back on it, there's probably was no decision to be made. I was committed from the start. What's your problem? I asked. I put my arms out and returned his question. Here I was trying to relax before an investigation, thinking I was going to catch a quiet walk through Reno and listen to some shade and make some Mother Nature Vine videos of baby ducks. And the next thing you know, I'm being challenged by some whacked out creeptard. This guy had ruined my peaceful moment, so I wasn't about to let him off the hook so easily. I walked towards them slowly, and he continued to jaw-jack while his friends tried to convince him to move on. But he wasn't having it. You don't want any part of this, dude, the gal said. Walk away. I'm on a public street, I replied with my fist ready. As I got closer, the giant looked more like the lovable monster from the Goonies, but there was nothing cuddly about him. I was thinking one punch KO at this point. I just can't live with myself when I leave a situation and feel like I got bitched or bullied. I learned long ago that nothing scares a man more than another man who stands his ground when he shouldn't. So I stayed firm and walked towards them, while the girl kept telling me that I wanted no part of this. I honestly don't know why I kept approaching them after they'd clearly made the decision to walk away. But I did. Maybe I was just angry. Angry that someone had spoiled my peaceful moment. Angry at being disrespected. And angry that younger people were being rude to their elders. The day I first stood up for myself flashed back in my mind. I wanted them to know that they had made a mistake, and maybe they'd learn something from it. Or maybe it was just about me. I'm not sure. They walked briskly to an intersection with the girl pushing the big guy on, the other man remaining quiet. The light turned green, and they hustled through it to create distance between us. I spotted a pair of bike cops and changed tack. Maybe a fight on a busy street wasn't the best course of action after all, and Johnny Law could remedy the situation. But when I told them I hadn't been assaulted, they took off like they didn't care. In an introspect, they didn't have any reason to arrest these jackholes other than my accusation that they were high. In my mind, this was probable cause, but what did I know? I was disappointed, but Reno is like this. Everywhere we went that week was rough, dirty, and full of shady characters, which is unfortunate. I used to go to Reno in the early 90s when my parents lived in Tahoe, and it wasn't like that back then. It's amazing how quickly a place can change for the worse. So what's the point, Zach? You're probably thinking. You nearly got into a fight, but in the end, nothing happened. Well, I left the crackhead encounter feeling like I had done some good by standing up for myself, and I wanted to pass this story on so that other people will too. Maybe I scared him a little, and the next time they'll think twice about starting a fight for no reason, and the bodily effect will save someone from having the same experience down the road. Or maybe I'm fooling myself in this moment. meant nothing. We were leaving Reno the next day, but I had some time to kill after the lockdown, so I went back to the same area to look for them. I wanted the closure, but I had a different goal than the day before. I didn't want to beat up the big dude as much as I wanted to confront him and make him realize the error of his ways. He clearly needed help, and the best therapy for some people is guilt. If that didn't work, then maybe he needed medical attention for whatever his addiction was. Reno used to be a great place to me, and I wanted to do something to bring it back to how I remembered it, even if it was a small gesture. Later, I asked myself if it really would have been a good thing to get into a fight with 3 crackheads. Nope. I should have let them be and walked away. As we get older and wiser, we can see that the hot-headed decisions we made as youths are rarely the right ones. What do I care about a low-life, druggy, talking crap? He hasn't achieved 1/10 of what I have and never will, so why get into an altercation with him? Why risk everything I've built over being disrespected by someone who doesn't matter? These are the things you think of in your 30s, but not in your 20s. Age has changed me for the better, I think. But the fight didn't happen. They weren't there. They're probably still wandering around the city doing drugs and terrorizing other people. Maybe I'll just take it as a sign to stay away from Reno. And that is it for the day. If you like videos like this, then like and subscribe and comment in the comments below. And if you're new to my channel, I make videos every week to every other week. So stay tuned for more more haunted reads. And I also do ghost stories. If you want to see that, go ahead. And I also have some stuff lined up for Halloween. So just keep watching my channel, and till next time, everybody.